Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims,
Now then,
and
let's begin with a simple explanation of the
we
class trial.
are back with more Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. If Monica hadn't interrupted me, I suppose I should have done the intro before I hit enter to go to the class trial. So I was going to set the skills, but I don't have any extra skills that I can add. I only still had the 2 that I had the first time, so I have more room because I have, like all the hope fragments, so I have more that I could add, but there was none to add. You know what I mean? Like, they're all question marked out, so it's kind of like, okay, I have a room, but nothing I can add. So that was, I don't know. Anyway.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Oh, no matter how many times I hear it, it's such a cruel rule.
Totally is. Sorry, I had to adjust.
Now then, let's first discuss the motive. That masterpiece of gaming, Twilight Syndrome murder case.
That masterpiece of gaming. The thing was a piece of shit.
What? Who cares about that game?
The outcome of this trial should be determined by whether or not we find Mahiru's killer.
That guy who actually does the voice is probably like 4 feet fucking tall or something ridiculous. Like, I'm just trying to picture him. Like, I'm literally trying to picture the actual person that does Gundam's voice, because it's just like, his voice is like so freaking deep.
Nevertheless, we shouldn't ignore it. After all, that game is the motive this time.
Right, Makoto Nagito?
Yeah, you're right. Then let's try discussing that first.
I'm sure everyone who's beaten the game already knows that it's based on an actual murder case.
Some of us have not beaten that game. Give us a detailed explanation.
It means Twilight Syndrome Murder Case is a non-fiction game. Additionally, some of us are characters in that game too.
Some of us are characters in a video game?
All of you are, actually, but you know what? Not gonna.
So, I think it's better if we
We're all
clarify
just
who the
Sims.
characters in the game are first.
The characters in the games were Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, Girl D, Girl E, Boy F, and the high school girl who got killed at the beginning. By using the staff roll after clearing the game as a reference, I should be able to figure out who's who. The first character the player was able to control was Girl A, which we thought was what's her face, the Mekon, right? Wait, yeah. The true identity of Girl A is probably no. I don't know.
I see. Girl A is probably Mekon Tsumiki.
Oh, and because she was the first one on the list, right?
That timid tone. That definitely sounds like Girl A.
Plus, what's her face? Hyoko is like berating her and calling her a dumb bitch, and that's kind of what she does to everybody.
Based on the list of names in the staff roll, I can't think of anyone else who would be Girl A.
Why am I in a video game? That's an infringement of my right to privacy. A nasty, trashy pig shit like you doesn't have any privacy rights.
That's why she's Girl
Ah,
B or
a nasty, trashy pig shit. I feel like I heard that in the game too. Huh?
I think it was Girl B. She's right. The one who said that was I think it was Girl B.
I see.
So
Girl
confused.
B was short and foul-mouthed.
Yes.
She's
okay.
probably
She's the
Hyoko.
little one.
Short and foul-mouthed? That's like the complete opposite of me.
Because I'm tall and nice.
Anyway, let's move on. Next is Girl C.
Girl C. Her personality was hyper, energetic, and unique. Okay, that's a Buki then. Yeah. Okay.
I see.
Girl A and Girl B were
Girl
odd, but
C
I only
is
know that
Ibuki.
because of her personality.
Girl, see? Then I'll see you next Tuesday.
Let's move on to Girl D.
I guess she's just like, Girl D, huh? There's only one person that always had a camera with them. Yep, that's Mahiru. Monokuma!
Girl D is Mahiru, the victim in this case.
The victim in this case.
Yeah, that's correct. Let's skip Girl E and talk about Guy F.
Because Girl E was the strange girl who died. We don't know who she is. We don't care, technically. He's Guy F. Fuyuhiko.
I see!
Aren't you Guy F, Fuyuhiko?
I was in a game? That's fucking stupid.
You're fucking stupid.
That reminds me. Wasn't there another person whose last name was also Kuzuryu?
Kuzuryu.
Another person? It was one of the names on the staff roll. The names were Sumiki, Koizumi, Sayonji, Miyoda, Sato, Kuzuryu, and then another Kuzuryu.
Hold on. Why do you keep saying there were 2 Kuzuryus?
Because he has a sister.
It's not like I'm wrong. That's how it's written on the staff roll. Since you beat the game, you probably know what this actually means, right?
The reason Fuyuhiko's last name appears twice. To call me out like that, Nagito, you're definitely someone I shouldn't mess with. The reason why Fuyuhiko's last name... I'm gonna guess a little
I
sister.
can prove it with this. In the game, Guy F, Kuzuryu,
Oh, he said little
mentions
sister
that he
again.
has a little sister.
I didn't remember the little sister part. It was just a lucky guess. Because it's like, I don't... Why would... You probably wouldn't be so defensive about your older sister.
Hmm? What do you mean, little sister?
This is what Guy F said in the game.
That bitch! That...
It's pretty clear. There's
I didn't
no
get to
doubt
read it.
that Guy F
I
had
didn't
a
even
little
touch my
sister.
mouse. My hands aren't even anywhere near it.
Plus,
Jesus.
the sister actually appeared in the game. That's why the name Kuzuryu appeared twice.
By the way, what role did Guy F's little sister, the other Kuzuryu, play?
She's the chick that
You
died.
probably noticed, right?
I don't really want to say it myself, but I need to move the conversation forward. The only character in the game I could see being Fuyuhiko's little sister is...
I see!
We already know who the other girls
The
were.
dead high school girl who was the first victim in the game is the only person I can think of.
But she's not Girl E. That bitch! Girl E, was it? That bitch, what the hell did she do to my little sister?
Based on Guy
It's
F's
skipping
tone
on
in
its
the
own.
game, it's clear that Girl E is not his little sister.
I'm guessing they don't care if you read it.
So if the only person left is the dead high school girl, then she must be Fuyuhiko's sister.
Why do you sound so fucking happy? That's a winning personality you got there.
Winning personality? Are you praising me?
I was being sarcastic, dumbass.
Hey, you said the game is a work of non-fiction. That means Fuyuhiko's little sister is...
Yeah, I have a little sister.
Ad.
Something wrong with that? It's just a fucking game. Don't go mixing up some video game with reality.
It's not just a game. It's definitely based on true events.
That we don't remember.
That's why it's the motive.
Don't go making shit up, bastard!
He's pissed.
If she was
thinking
the
his
type
sister.
to die easily, I'd have fucking killed her myself a long time ago. I mean, when I first entered Hope's Peak Academy, she was mouthing off to me as usual and sent me off. It happened just the other day.
About that, you're probably thinking like that because you've lost your memories.
It's been a long time.
Shut the fuck up! You be quiet!
I see. So you're never gonna accept that that game is based on true events, huh? Okay, I understand your attitude toward this class trial now.
Nagito, you seem to be doubting Fuyuhiko a lot. Do you suspect he's the killer?
It's either him or Hyoko.
A mystery that easy would make me feel sad. It wouldn't be good enough to serve as everyone's stepping stone. That's why I'd be much happier if Fuyuhiko wasn't the killer.
Okay, you're starting to act weird again.
Anyway, now we've established who all the characters in the game are.
Girl A is Mikan. Girl B is Hiyoko. Girl C is Ibuki. Girl D is Mahiru. Guy F is Fuyuhiko. And the first victim in the game, that dead high school girl, is Fuyuhiko's little sister.
That's just a story in a fucking game.
If so, then Girl E is Miss Sato.
Could it be? The same Miss Sato who likes white rice?
I don't know what Sato you're talking about, but I don't think she's relevant to this case.
Maybe it's related to Gundam's last name, since they're both really plain names.
The heck? Is that wild what the heck is that wild connection?
Tanaka may be an ordinary family name, but it's far better than Sato or Suzuki.
And he also has a strange rivalry going on.
Hey, no one cares about that. Hurry up and talk about the mystery of the game.
Huh? What do you mean, mystery of the game?
My, you don't know. I heard that Girl E got killed.
Shit.
What? No way! Is that true?
I like how they're doing random things.
Getting killed is so violent, don't you know?
My, such awful times we live in. Why did this happen?
Yeah, I ask myself that every day.
You guys are definitely friends.
So the mystery of the game is the murder of Girl E, correct?
Then let's hurry up and solve it. Let's first figure out why Girl E was killed.
Because she killed Girl Q, whoever. Girl E was killed on the fourth day. I was able to find out why she was killed by playing the secret storyline, which means there's something to do with the first high school girl's murder. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I see.
Just wanted to make sure none of them, it wasn't worded weird.
The reason
you know?
Girl E was killed is because she killed the first victim in the game.
Which means Girl E was killed as revenge for the dead high school girl.
Which means Fuyuhiko
What do you
killed
think,
Girl E.
Fuyuhiko? Apparently Girl E was killed to avenge your little sister.
You're fucking persistent. I don't care what that game said at all.
It would make sense that Hyoko kills Mahiru in order to keep the little secret, because she's the only one that actually talked to Mahiru about the game and what happened, and it would make it look like Fuyuhiko did it, and then she would get away with it. So, I mean, it is, but also, she could have just found Mahiru's body, so. It's either him or Hyoko, so, I mean, seriously.
But... Is that true? Girl E, she killed the first victim?
In order to make that clear, we need to know more about the case involving the first victim's murder.
It's the murder that occurred in the music room. I knew it would come up, so I prepared in advance. Look, I made a map of the music room's surroundings, which was the stage of the first case.
I'm surprised you went to all this trouble.
Mapping is second nature to retro game fans. Classic dungeon crawler RPGs have a first-person point of view, so mapping as you play is a basic.
We get it! Let's talk about that later so we can focus on the case.
Then, I'll start explaining. Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, and Girl D were at the entrance hall when they heard the sound of glass breaking. Immediately, they climbed the stairs to the second floor and headed to where they heard that sound. Girl E was in front of the music room on the second floor, and she confirmed that the sound came from in there.
She's the one who killed her, so that's why she was there.
But the door to the music room was locked. So Girl D went to get the key from the office, and when the 5 of them were finally able to go inside...
Is there an adjoining door between those two rooms?
They found the victim's body, dead from a blow to the head. Because the music room's window was broken, the girls thought the killer escaped through there. The sound of breaking glass that they heard at the entrance hall seemed to confirm that. Plus, Girl E's school swimsuit was stolen, so they concluded that the escaped killer was some pervert. How does that sound?
Yep, an understandable explanation. Just as expected from the ultimate gamer who excels at clearing games.
But it wasn't a pervert, right? Wasn't the real killer Girl E?
Obviously. Girl E was waiting outside the music room for the other girls after she killed the first victim.
Did she lock the music room from the outside? Then she would have totally needed the key from the office.
Which means Girlie was hiding that key. We can assume she used it to lock the music room after she left it.
But Girl D was the one who went to the office to get the key to the music room, right?
By the way, since it was never mentioned in the game, we can exclude the possibility of there being a spare key.
You can lock the music room from the inside, right? So from there, Girl E broke the window and escaped, and sprinted to the front of the music room as fast as she could before the others arrived.
She would have passed by the entrance hall where the other girls were waiting if she tried to do that.
Could she have climbed out the window and into the room next door, and that's why the vase broke? Climbing in the other window?
Then forget this.
It's not cute to see an old guy sulk.
Hey, is Girl E really the killer? We haven't reached an answer yet.
Based on the details of the game, it's no mistake that Girl E, who was waiting in the hallway, is the killer. Then what did Girl E do after killing the girl inside the music room? I guess I need to clear that up first. Make your argument. Great. Entrance hall photo. What does that have to do with anything? Victim's crime scene photo.
After she killed the first victim in the music room, what did Girl E do?
I'm assuming it's something to do
She
with the
just broke
vase.
the window in the music room
Yeah.
and escaped outside.
Yeah.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music room?
She crawled through the windows, I don't know.
To
That's what
go
I'm just
back
hoping.
to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall.
No.
Plus, at the entrance hall, the other 4 girls should have been there.
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shattering.
No, they hold. This is it. They heard the. That's what it was.
Wrong.
Okay. They heard the thing.
First of all, the sound the girls heard wasn't the window breaking.
If it wasn't the window, then what broke to make that sound?
A vase.
Vase? How low can you go?
After the murder, a broken vase was discovered in the classroom next to the music room.
I don't know how that indicated to Girl E that, or to Mahiru that Girl E killed her. I don't get, but
So the sound of breaking glass that the 4 girls heard wasn't the music room's window. It was the sound of the vase breaking. Probably.
Actually, the murder was nearly finished by the time the 4 girls met in the entrance hall. Girl E killed the victim in the music room, broke the window, and went to the office to get the key. With that key, she locked the music room from the hallway, returned the key to the office, and went back to wait in front of the music room. All she had to do was break the vase in the next door classroom as the 4 girls met by the entrance hall.
okay, so that explains it.
To make them think the murder had just occurred and that the killer had just escaped.
So, when the 4 of them ran over after they heard the sound, Girl E acted like she had just rushed over too.
I see. Now the mystery has been solved.
Wait a minute! The mystery hasn't been solved yet! You haven't determined what the murder weapon was yet!
Murder weapon.
Who cares about the murder weapon? We found out who the killer was.
Not cool! I went to all the trouble of making this death march, so you gotta stick with it to the end!
What the heck? You're so annoying!
Fine, let's figure out the weapon. If this keeps up, I'm gonna feel like I need to shit. Which means I'll feel disgusting.
You're the disgusting one.
Yeah, a little bit.
The weapon is pretty unconventional! The answer was revealed in the game, though.
Strangled with a bathing suit?
Now then, will you guys
mean-
be able to figure it out?
So, I mean, there's a stolen bathing suit. What does that have to do with anything aside from the murder? But an unconventional weapon that also appeared in the game. If we were told we can't advance as long as we don't make that clear, then I have to do it. I'll do it. What do you think the weapon is? I was out of line just now. Was I out of line out now? And then there's something I need to tell you regarding the white noise in the non-stop debates. Some lines of white noise are actually very durable. You won't always destroy them in one shot. Durable white noise will chip away. Yeah, okay, good. So we don't have to worry about it. We're at gentle, so we don't have to worry about white noise. I'm glad I put it on gentle, not just to make it easier for myself, because I'm dumb, but also because they have so many goddamn arbitrary freaking things like, well, then there's this, and then you can't do this, but then there's this, and this, and you got that right. And I'm like, I don't even know what fucking language you're speaking right now. It's like, unless you're on gentle, then no worries. Oh, okay, good. Like, I'm so confused. Okay, it appears the debate is getting tougher, so I've obtained some very useful information. There's a guy named Gun something. Apparently he has a skill that can increase the power of the silencer. Gun something. I wonder who it is. Was I out of line just now? Yeah, but... Unless I'm on gentle, right? Well, the broken fish tank, maybe.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Think
Well-
you topped her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you
Fish
going
tank.
even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
I don't know, I'm keep switching because I'm not quite sure what the
How
hell's
about
going on.
beating her with gravel instead?
Whoa, oh, no, wait. Wait.
I agree with that.
In the swimsuit!
I got it. The killer must have used gravel
I don't know
to
what the fuck
attack
just
victim.
happened there. I was just like...
My goodness. I got it right. And I was just throwing things out there.
That's fucking insane, but that, you know...
Just as I thought! I'm chosen by the gods!
Oh, you're funny.
You're not chosen at all. And gravel is impossible. It's too small to be a weapon.
What
No.
if the gravel was put inside some sort of bag?
Bag? What kind of bag?
If the weapon is something that appeared in the game, then so is the bag. And the only thing I can think of is the school swimsuit. If you tie the swimsuit like a bag and stuff it full of gravel, it'd make an effective weapon.
Gravel inside the swimsuit? Even the ace attorney would be astonished by such a fantastic idea!
But for the killer, it's an idea that kills two birds with one stone. To make people think the killer is some pervert, it makes sense for a school swimsuit to be stolen. And if that swimsuit was used to make an improvised weapon, it'd have to be disposed of later.
How about it, Monokuma? Are you satisfied now?
This happiness you feel when the mystery you create is solved. Only producers know this feeling of ecstasy.
But the real important talk begins now. Girl E had someone who can be called an accomplice. That person was actually Girl D.
Mahiru.
Girl D. You're talking about Mahiru, right?
Huh? Mahiru is the accomplice? What is this? What does that mean?
The piece of face that became an important clue in the music room murder. Girl D got rid of it.
It's okay, I made sure to throw it away.
And apparently the reason Girl E committed murder in the first place was to protect Girl D. Girl D was being harassed by the victim. Girl E found out and tried to stop it. And they ended up getting into an argument.
And she felt a rush of anger and ended up killing her.
But she should have had a clear murderous intent. I mean, she choked her out and then bludgeoned her to death.
She probably made her unconscious by accident. And from there, she couldn't go back. I somewhat understand that feeling.
You can? That's pretty scary.
It is.
But Girl E was also killed by someone on the 4th day. Or the game's last day. I might as well ask just in case. Who do you think killed Girl E?
Girlie's killer right now, the only person I can think of is that guy, Fuyuhiko. The guy who felt such blind rage. I love that. The guy, and it's a girl A, girl B.
It should have been Guy F.
Yep.
A scenario where Guy F murders Girl E out of a burning, hellfire desire to avenge his murdered sister.
But Guy F is...
What? It's just a story in a video game, isn't it?
That's all you can say. If that game is telling the truth, it'd be a huge problem for you.
Hey, clear this up for me. Those of you who appeared as characters in the game, do you remember this incident?
That is... I'm terribly sorry, but...
They don't remember. That's obvious. Because their school memories were, like, totally stolen.
Like, totally.
Even if I don't remember, I already know. It's obvious that guy is the killer. No one would kill a nice person like Mahiru besides a piece of shit menace to society like Fuyuhiko. Girl E and Mahiru were killed by that guy.
You sure do talk a lot of shit. Well, I'm used to it by now.
But does Mahiru's murder have anything to do with that game? Perhaps the two are unrelated.
No, that game and Mahiru's death are probably related to one another. Specific item was the bat, right? Oh, no good, yeah.
I can prove it with this. I'm not sure the two events are unrelated. At the very least, the killer has definitely played the game. As proof, Mahiru, who was killed in the beach house, and Girl E, who was killed in the game, were both killed by a blow to the head with a metal bat.
And then dragged to sit in the same position.
There's no way we can ignore that connection.
But why the mask? That's interesting.
Someone must have wanted to split her head open the exact same way they avenged the first victim.
And the fact that there was a gummy bear in the closet.
Hey, why don't you confess already? You're the one who killed Mahiru, right?
You better cut that out right now! There is no way a stupid game could be the motive!
You're dumb enough to believe that stupid game, and that's why you killed her as revenge!
If you keep making up your mind like that, we're just going to go around in circles. And it's true Fuyuhiko may look suspicious, but don't you think that'd be too obvious?
Yeah, but it's also too obvious that Hiyoko was running away from the beach crying, and her footprints were outside the door. So, and a gummy bear in the closet. But, you know.
What are you...
I mean, there's a possibility that it's a trap set by the true killer.
Trap? What do you mean?
The true killer played that game, and most likely found out about the relationships between the characters. That person could be using that knowledge to try to set up Fuyuhiko.
Oh, and Hiyoko.
Are you saying that a completely different killer murdered Mahiru and used the game motive as their cover?
Isn't that what happened, Hiyoko?
Hiyoko?
Don't you
I
understand?
guess that's her name.
I'm saying you might be the true killer.
What is this? Like, I can only laugh. What are you even saying, you nasty toilet-clogging bitch?
I'm gonna guess it's footprints. Even that one's highlighted, and I'm like, I'm gonna guess that's it.
What are you saying, you four-eyed troll? Accusing me of killing Mahiru? You're so mean!
Why do you doubt Hiyoko?
Do you know where Hiyoko was today? She was at the beach house, the scene of the crime.
But I didn't go to the beach house!
Oh, I
No,
hit that
that's
fast.
Wait a minute. You should have been at the beach house, Hiyoko.
Seriously, I told you I didn't!
But these footprints in the
I
sand
was trying to
in front
slow
of
the
beach
text,
house.
and it ended up hitting
Aren't
the
they
bullet
yours?
out, which is weird.
I don't have such ugly footprints! They're probably Mikan's based on how ugly they are. Don't decide that based on ugliness?
Huh. They're not Hiyoko's footprints? That's strange. The footprint I collected from your room matches these footprints perfectly.
Collected? I never gave you permission to collect that, you nasty pedo!
Plus, the footprints left in the sand were facing away from the beach house. Which means, when the owner of these footprints went inside the beach house, they used a different entrance.
An entrance that was blocked by Mahiru's body.
Different entrance. Are you talking about the door facing the road that Mahiru's body was leaning against?
Is she? I guess we'll have to find out in the next part. We know she was, but anyway, I just wanted to be dramatic and an asshole. But I'm going to wrap this part up here. And when we come back in the next part, we will continue the class trial. So I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.